Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you had a great Christmas and New Year's. I took about 9 days off and spent it with my other half and my family and literally did nothing aside from eating, drinking, sleeping and walking. I had a couple of New Year's resolutions and one of them was to do more exercise, lose some of this excess weight that I have on me. Another one was ride my 2019 Saracen that's parked behind me. Another New Year's resolution that I had was to produce more regular content for my channel, and I thought a good way of doing that would be to produce vlogs like this one. So this is going to be my first vlog of 2020. Very simple. I'm going to use the GoPro that I'm holding right now and that's it. So the production value or the production effort is going to be very low. I know a lot of you that watch my channel are mountain bikers as well, so I'm sure this is going to be quite a familiar machine to some of you. It's a 2019 Saracen Aerial LT. It's a full carbon fiber frame and swing arm. GT Swiss wheels. We've got Fox factory forks up front and a Fox factory float X2 rear shock. Shimano XT running gear mostly, XT hydraulic disc brakes, etc. 650 wheels, so 27.5-inch wheels, so they're bigger than your old traditional mountain bike wheels, which are actually 26-inch wheels. You can also get 29-inch wheels on some bikes, but I think the 650 is the really good or the perfect compromise for me. But this being an enduro or a trail bike just means that it's really good on downhills. It's got a nice slack head angle, but it's also really good on the uphills. It doesn't weigh that much due to the carbon fiber frame, etc. We've got a dropper post. This goes up and down. There's a remote control for that on the bar, which just means that when you're going down really steep descents, you can drop it a few inches, and when you're climbing or doing anything else, it's right up in the normal position, normal pedaling position. Going out on a muddy January day, you have to be in all the get up. So I've got my special looking Shimano shoes to clip into the pedals, little cleat on the bottom there. My Oakley socks. Now this is where my pulling socks up obsession started. Back in my mountain bike days, I've mountain biked since about the late 90s and I've always really pulled my socks up, and I know that people give me grief on my channel for it, but I really don't care because that's the way I dress, and it's a car channel, it's definitely not a fashion channel. Okay, I've decided to take the M135i because it makes sense, and that's why I love hot hatches or hatchbacks in general, because they're very usable when you throw the rear seats down. M2's over there. I've been using that lots over Christmas and New Year. As you can see, it's pretty filthy. Absolutely love that car. This is going back in about 10 days, so let's make the most of using this car. What is actually really cool with these new 1 Series is you can take the parcel shelf off and it actually fits underneath the boot floor, which doesn't sound like anything too amazing, but it's really good because you always end up damaging the parcel shelf or losing it or having to clutter up your house by putting it somewhere, so that's really handy. Folding seats should just pop straight down. As you can see, it's reasonably flat in there, and I reckon we could get away with just taking the front wheel off and sliding the bike in. Let's have a look. There you go, fits in pretty well. I had to push the passenger seat forward to make sure I could get the bike in with the rear wheel on. You got to remember, this is a large bike. In fact, it's an XL. Let's close the boot, and I might need to give it a little bit of a help on the way down. There we go. Okay, so here we are. Let's get that going and heat seat on. The only way you can really survive it doing YouTube, especially at my sort of level, is by doing some sponsored content. If you pick up your copy of Evo magazine or your, you know, whatever your favorite magazine is really, whether it's a fashion or a car or an aviation, whatever, the first few pages are always going to have adverts in them. Then there's going to be more adverts in page 10, 11 and 12, and then more throughout the magazine and some at the back. My RS Q8 video that's currently done about 26,000 views, I think. That video, in terms of actual revenue that it's made me, I think it's just gone over the $100 mark. So That's about, what, £80? Some do a little bit better than that. A lot do a lot worse than that, in fact. So it's really not the big numbers that some of you might expect. So where do you go from there? Well, you have to start looking at sponsored content. Now, I did a BOTB video with the fantastic Seat Leon. I did that a couple months ago, and that was great. And in fact, no one said anything negative about that, and it was all kind of organic. And yeah, and I hope to do a lot more with BOTB in this year. The recent M135i video, in fact, this car that Patrick and I shot, that was a sponsored or paid for video by BMW, and I'd already done a couple of videos on this car. And yes, although that video was I wouldn't say it was a bias video, but it was a paid for video. So I had to make a storyline, which I did, and I thought the actual video we shot was fantastic. Love or hate this car, and I know it is a Marmite car, a real Marmite car, and it is a real love or hate. People either seem to really dislike it or they really like it, and I see more and more people messaging me, more and more people on Instagram that have gone out and are picking up their new M135i, and people that have spent a lot of time in it do grow to like it. You know, now I'm cruising on the motorway at 70 miles an hour. It's so comfortable. It's just a really nice place to sit and be. The big issue it has is it's got so much to live up to with the M140. You know, the F20 series, M135, and then M140. They're gonna go down in history as all-time greats for BMWs. You know, 2012, 2013 M135i is a real standout car that BMW have made in their history, and I will always stand by that, because I just think that car's amazing, and they, you know, slowly made it a little bit better and a little bit better. And the M140 Shadow or Motec cars, they're just brilliant, you know, and therefore this had so much to live up to. It was never going to be a direct replacement. It just wasn't, you know. It's not rear-wheel drive, and it doesn't have that amazing B58 engine, so it's never going to replace that car. It's not. And people have got to stop thinking of it in that way. If you're in an M140 or 240 and you're looking at getting something new, buy an M2 competition, or buy an M340i or an M340i Touring, if you're growing family size, etc. I don't have a crowdfunding or fundraising. I don't have any of that set up. I fund everything myself, and yes, I get a little bit back from ad revenue, but never as much back as I put in terms of money. And then you've got to factor in all the time, the effort, the hours I put in. That's why I'm doing this video, really. That's why I'm starting these vlogs, because this should theoretically take me about an hour to edit, as opposed to, well, sometimes a whole weekend to edit. I put in a lot of time and sacrifice for some of my videos on my channel, and I know that you guys and girls really appreciate some of them. There's nothing much more I can really say. You know, I try so hard, and although I am putting out content for others, for you guys, I do enjoy doing it, and of course I get these amazing experiences because I do it, but don't get them mixed up either. You know, the likes of Steph and I and many others, we put in so much effort to get on these launches, and these launches are amazing, but they are so rushed, and it's not a jolly for us. It might look like a jolly on Instagram. We're there really to do a job, just like a business trip. You know, you might fly to Paris or something for the day, and your friends might go, oh, well, that's lucky, but no, you've gone to Paris for a meeting. Exactly the same way, we go to these really amazing, beautiful venues, but we're there to do a job. We're there to shoot content, and we're there to maximize the opportunity. Okay, here we are, guys. This is my local riding spot. It's really busy down here today. I guess, yeah, last week of school holidays and stuff. But just wanted to show you my glasses. As you know, Oakley started supporting me in 2019, which is super cool, and these are Jawbreakers that I have worn a couple of times in the summer, but as you can see, it's pretty dull today. So they sent me some really cool lenses, like light enhancing lenses almost, so they should make everything a bit brighter. So I'm just going to swap them out and then jump on the bike and head out on the trails. Okay, at last I'm on my bike. Taken a lot longer than I thought. Now the great thing about Swinley is there's a bike shop here called Swinley Bike Hub, and not only do they take care of your maintenance and things you might need fixing, or you can buy stuff there, but they also hire bikes. So I'm just going to pop in and say hi.
The gears, they're all on your right hand. There's no gears at all on your left hand to worry about, so it's all on your right hand.
Right, well that was nice. I haven't been into the bike hub for a while. Tristan, who runs it down there, was there. Hadn't seen him for a good 3 or 4 years, but it looks like they're doing really well. They got so many hire bikes down there, but decent ones as well, not shitters. God, I'm unfit. So this is the first real bike ride I've been on in probably about 4 months, which is terrible because it's so much fun. A trail centre, loads of jumps, tabletops, doubles, really nice berms. They've been building it for years, like literally years, and it just so happens that it opens in 2 days. And basically it's going to be like a membership thing, so you pay a monthly fee and you get access to it with coaching, etc. So head over to the Swinley Bike Hub website. I'll put a link in the description below and you can check out what that's all about. Anyway, I'm going to turn this camera off a bit because I'm going to be out of breath in about the next 30 seconds when I start climbing, and you can join me on a more exciting run. Okay, so we're about 5 miles into the ride now, and I'm definitely very unfit. The trails are nice and empty out here. It's very windy, so you probably can't hear me. But yeah, I'm unfit and I'm very rusty in terms of bike handling. I guess that's what you'd expect when I haven't ridden for so long. Okay, so we're about half an hour into the ride. It's been really good. I'm definitely tired. Although it was really busy back at the car park, you come out to sort of the middle of Swinley Forest and there's hardly any cyclists here. There's the odd puddle and there's a bit of mud on my bike, but you wouldn't think this was a first week in January ride. Looking at that, bike's running superb. It's just me that's not running well enough to keep up with the bike. We're just about to head down that trail over there, which is probably one of my favourite up here at Swinley Forest. Hopefully it should be about an hour's circuit, which is enough calories for me to burn today. Let's jump on the bike and head down that trail. Okay, here we go. It's mostly rocks like this, so it's going to be a bit slippery. Everything seems a bit slimy today. It's actually running really nice. Big jump coming up. Here we go. Ooh! Bit of a pedally uphill section. Let's get over these roots. Up here. And yeah, everything's so slick. Use this line. Oh, nice big new berm there. Just got up another hill for another fun descent. Very windy today. Whew. Nothing like blowing the cobwebs out your system. Just need to try and keep this up. If I can ride like once a week or even 2 or 3 times a month, that would be awesome. See, I'm back where that new trail centre is. Remember to check that out, link below. Oh, up GTI, nice. Right then guys, vlog 1 of 2020 done and dusted. Hopefully you've enjoyed today. As you can see, I've changed my top to rug up nice and warm because it's about 7 degrees now, and last thing you want to do is let your body temperature get down too much after a ride, especially when you're as unfit as I am. Nice helmet mark on the top of my head, I'm sure. But hopefully you've enjoyed today. Give us a thumbs up if you have, and let me know if you think I should continue doing these weekly vlogs. Take it easy and have a very happy new year. Cheers.